Hello, tubers. How are you doing today? Well, I hope you're having a good day. Praying the rosary, getting closer to God, and following His ways, because Yahweh is the best way. Today, I wanted to talk about a couple of things. Well, just one really in general. If something pops in my head, I'll be sure to speak of it. But I wanted to talk today about what you can call it false prophets. I've said a few times on this channel, at least one time, that I don't watch much TV. What I do is I look at a lot of videos on YouTube and BitChute now these days. I've been using BitChute. And what's interesting about BitChute and YouTube is they can go back and look at videos that were done, 6 months ago, a year ago, 5 years ago, blah, blah, blah. And somehow I got to looking, I got into looking at some older videos from like 6 months ago, actually around October of last year, pre-election. And I watch a lot of religious stuff. And that's what turns me on. Not really, but somebody's talking outside. And so I watch a lot of religious stuff, and a lot of religious stuff. You find a lot of what they call prophets. I'm a prophet, and they're saying, "Oh, well, Trump was going to win the election," and like this one lady, her name is Grace. I don't know if that's a first name, last name, I don't know. And a couple other ones, you've seen these people on videos and things of this nature, and they get on their soapbox and start saying certain things, proclaiming it. There was a guy, Robert David Steele, who's not a prophet. He's just an ex-CIA guy or something like that. And he was like, "Oh, Trump is going to win," and blah, blah, blah. These things were happening, and the deep state is going to go down, and all this stuff, proclaiming all this stuff. And of course, none of that has happened as of yet. But oh yeah, I was talking about it like it was like a foregone conclusion. And it's interesting because sometimes I get caught up in that. Oh, wow, get caught up in it, thinking that these people know something I don't know. However, time tells, and of course, Trump did not get elected, and the deep state is as deep as ever. Now, whether that changes now or later, who knows? Everything changes if you give enough time. But it reminds me of when the apostles, the disciples, asked Jesus, "When are you coming back? When are you coming back? Jesus, when are you coming back?" And Jesus never said. He didn't say, "I'm coming back in 2 weeks." He didn't say that. He didn't say, "When these are certain signs will happen." When you see these signs, then that's my coming. I'll be coming then. And of course, you can, misinterpret them. You can say, "Oh, look at that. This is what happened." Even though we're getting pretty close to I feel, this is just my guess, we're getting pretty close to the mark of the beast. Not saying the vaccine is a mark of the beast. No, it's a shot, but there is the technology now that you can have the mark of the beast. So we're getting pretty close, I think. And at least technology, we can do it. If they asked me 30 years ago, I would have said, "No, that's not going to happen." But it's going to happen. It's going to happen any day, really, in regards to technology. So yeah, I guess we're getting closer. But I listened to a guy, Grant Jeffries, and he was always talking about the tribulation, that we would get raptured up with Jesus when he comes down. And this guy died like 5 years ago. Okay, he died 5 years ago. He was waiting for the rapture, and he died. So that stuck with me because so many people are waiting for the rapture, or waiting for this, waiting for that. And like, hold on, you might be dead tomorrow. So how many? I mean, they've been waiting for Jesus to come back for around 2,000 years. Come on. How many millions and millions and millions of people have died waiting for Jesus? Maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't wait for Jesus. Maybe you should take matters in your own hands and try to go to heaven on your own merits, or believing in Jesus, or how you want to get your butt into heaven somehow. People say, well, if you believe in Jesus, and then you're going to go to heaven. And me being Catholic, I don't think it's that easy. But and those are things for everybody has to kind of judge and decipher on their own. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, because you believe in Jesus, that you will or will not go to heaven. I mean, that's up to you, and we all go or not go as the time comes. We'll all know when we're standing in front of that judgment seat whether we're going or not. Now, I want everybody to go. If it's up to me, you'd go. Okay, but it's not up to me. And this is why one of the reasons why I keep talking about the Rosary Prayer, because the Rosary Prayer has 15 promises, and most of those promises are helping you to get to heaven. It's a tool for you to get to heaven. They also talk about the brown scapula, and if you wear the brown scapula, you'll go to heaven. Hey, if you believe that, you believe it. I think you should use all your tools. Go to church, do penance, cross old ladies across the street, and do everything you can do. I mean, there's nothing guaranteed. Even Padre Pio got his last rites, and this guy was more holy than holy. Okay, so these are the things I want to mention today. Basically, these prophets. I mean, hey, we all want to learn things ahead of time. If I can get a shortcut, that's great. But then it turns out that these people really don't know what they're talking about. Meanwhile, they're getting, money from YouTube and advertising and whatnot. I don't make any money doing this. I've spent money. I've lost money. I'm at a net loss. So I can't even afford a shirt. Look at this. So come on now. I mean, hey, I'm talking from the heart. And I want everybody to go to heaven. That's my desire. But Jesus is going to make that determination. And I just feel that you should just do as much as you can to get to heaven, and forget about these all these prophets. These prophets, they're not going to get you to heaven. They're not going to get you to heaven. So do the best you can, do the most you can, and go with that. And then I said to myself, and I said, when I die, I'm going to try to have my head up. Because I'm going to go in and say, man, I tried the best I can. Yeah, I'm not 100%. But man, I tried. It's not like I didn't try. I did try. And will I go embarrassed? I don't know. But I'll go in nervous, that's for sure. I'll be shaking in my knees will be shaking big time, because that's really the moment of truth. That's really the moment of truth, whether you're not going to heaven. Now, I believe there's a purgatory, and which is like a net, because you don't want to fall all the way down to hell, right? So, it surprises me that people don't believe in purgatory, and I'm thinking, why don't you want to believe in purgatory? I mean, hey, if you don't go to heaven, you best hope that you'll make it to purgatory. I mean, I don't know. Some people just think they're going to go to heaven because they were nice to their first grade teacher. I don't know. I just don't know. Anyway. But this is what I want to talk about you guys today. It was basically do the best you can, do the most you can. More is better. More is better. And take these prophets with a grain of salt. They don't really know what, Well, he predicted that Trump was going to win in 2016. Well, yeah, okay. So what? I mean, hey, there's people that predicted, if you have enough predictions, people can get it right. Some people can get it wrong. Apparently, the ones that get it wrong, you never hear from them ever again, huh? But the ones that get it right, they boast all day and all night. Now, if they would have gotten it wrong, you never hear from them again, right? Get it wrong. So, like I said, if Jesus didn't say a date and time he's coming, there might be other factors involved, other variants. And like we don't know when we're going to die, So I don't think Jesus is going to come at a certain time. I think there's certain things have to be right. Like you said, there's got to be certain things that happen for him to come. And I think us people, we have a finger in that, you know, a finger in that. So, just like the days of Noah. So, please, people, give this some consideration. Please do the best you can. Please pray the rosary. I believe praying the rosary 20 minutes a day. It's not going to kill you. You know, people talk meditation. Meditation is really good for you. Well, basically, rosary is meditating. You're meditating on the Word of God. You're meditating on the rosary prayer. So if you think meditation is good for you, then pray the rosary. You know, I got two birds with one stone. So, anyway, I hope you thought that this video was informative. If you did, please give it a like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And as always, God bless.